We are back for our 8th module, where we're going to learn how to use another type of template, okay? More oriented towards architecture with some things in the scene, okay? We learned how to create a lot of things since a preset, the sun, the skylight, clouds to light things, adjust parameters, identify problems. We corrected the problems, and now the project is 100% ready so that we can get started working and keep going with the realism, okay? I left a link below the video so that you can download the file in Unreal Engine, okay? Corrected those problems of inverted mesh, okay? And we increased the resolution of the mesh distance field, and I also left the FBX corrected, okay? We corrected the FBX in the 3D SMax. We inverted the mesh. I exported and I left this for you, okay? You can download. Before we go to the other template, let's open here the file of Unreal to see how it is now, okay? And I'm going to teach you how to use a type of lighting, a different type called SunSky. Another type of lighting, it's a different type, another lighting different from the one that we are using, okay? Okay, sun position calculator. It's a lighting system a little more advanced, okay? But that's going to allow us to select the hour of the day, latitude, longitude. It brings us a more accurate calculation, okay? And it's really cool if you learn how to use it, okay? Let's open the main level here to get some knowledge, okay? This is our house, exactly how we left this. And today we're using lighting where we put a directional light, okay? A sky as well, the clouds, the sky atmosphere, and the exponential high fog. In the post-production, we created the lighting from the square one, okay? However, Unreal brings us some features that save a lot of time for us. For example, in the next project that you're going to do, you don't need to add item by item and create the lining by the square one, because you can use the lining that is already done, already ready. And I advise you the sun position calculator. I'm gonna teach you how to add here, okay, in the project, because in the next class, we will use a template for architecture here where Unreal makes available, and it is already with this sun position calculator. But before we use it there, I'm gonna teach you to use it here, okay? And also how to add here, okay? Because there in that template, it will be added by default, okay? Okay, so first, let's delete the directional light, okay? Our sky. Let's delete our sky atmosphere. Why are we doing this? Because in sun position calculator, we will have these items, okay? And actually, let's also delete all of them. And let's just keep the post process. By doing that, basically, I don't have any element here that is related to atmosphere, like sky, cloud lining, exponential fog, okay? So my file here, it's like never had been lining, okay? How can I put the sun position calculator? Well, that gives us a really better result, more curated, okay? Because there are some definitions, a cool coding that allows us to select the position of the sun based on the latitude, hour of the day. It's cool. It's a plugin inside Unreal, but it's native from Unreal, and by default it comes disabled, okay? And you need to activate this. And how can we do that? How can we activate that plugin inside Unreal? Well, we go edit, plugin, or you can go settings, plugins. Look, I'm gonna bring here from the other monitor, close it and go again, plugins. Here you have this list of plugins that are available to use with Unreal Engine 5. For example, you have a very cool plugin, this here, that is me, that does importation and synchronization. For example, with SketchUp, you can bring for Unreal to Unreal files from SketchUp by exporting with DataSmith and importing here with the DataSmith. You have, for example, the plugins of the Quixel bridge that by default comes activated. You have, for example, the plugin Volumetric that allows you to use features of the type volumetric, like smoke, fog, okay? Basically, here you have a list with plugins, okay, that are activated, okay? They come like this by default, and plugins that you can activate to use with your projects. One of the plugins that is not activated is the sun. You can type here, okay? Positioning calculator. It calculates the position of the sun based on the latitude, longitude, data, and hour, okay? Let's activate this, and it's gonna ask to restart Unreal. But okay, it's okay. Let's save it, the elements that we deleted, okay, directional, and all of them. So let's save it. Our Unreal is gonna be restarted automatically, okay? All right. In the next class, we're going to use the template of Unreal, a very cool template for ArcVis. In this template, the plugin will be activated, okay? You won't need to do that to activate that, okay? But I'm already showing you how to activate this just in case you need to use in some other project if it's not activated, okay? So Unreal restarted. Let's open our project. It's dark because there is no light. How can we add the sun position calculator? Add lights, sun and sky. Okay, cool. It's already in the scene. However, the light is too strong. Okay, so the exposure is really strong. So some component here is emitting a lot of light. Instead of decreasing the intensity of the light here, we can just decrease the exposure of the camera, okay? So capture less light, all right? Exposure is in 10. Let's uncheck this and get back to the default number. Let's put -2, -3. Cool, yeah. Let's see, I notice a little glow here. Let's see this here, the boom. Let's check this. Let's decrease the intensity. Okay, let's go inside. I already have the line here. It is already here. This little guy here, okay? And actually, let me bring it here because it's gonna be easier to take a look and adjust this, okay? This is the icon of SunSky. What is this? Well, basically, this is a group of elements that emits light for us. If I click here, I see that it is a SunSky and that it is composed of a mesh, okay, of compass, a skylight that is the same that we used to light our scene until now. It is composed for directional light that we used to light until now. and the sky atmosphere. Look at this, we already have these three components, okay? A sky, the directional light, and the sky atmosphere. As it is already here, by default, these three, so they are related, okay? For example, skylight is already checked, okay? That works in real time. We don't have to activate this. The directional light, by default, the intensity of 2, it also comes by default, the atmosphere here, that is going to work together with the atmosphere and also with the clouds, okay? So we already have here the sky atmosphere by default. Basically, after adding this, the sky, the atmosphere, the only thing that we have to add is the cloud. Okay, that's it. Our project is illuminated. Let's repeat the process. Okay, let's delete the SunSky and the clouds as well. We delete it then. I want to light my project, add, light, sun and sky. It's in the scene. We're missing the clouds. Okay, visual effects, volumetric clouds. That's it. Yeah, simple as that. And it already comes to work together with the clouds. Let's select this, our sun and sky. In details, I see now that the way of rotating the sun, I can rotate for latitude, longitude, or these options here, okay? Look at this. Let's change the latitude. Look. Sunset, noon. Look. Longitude now. Look. Look at this. Really cool, right? Another element that we can add is the exponential high fog. We can add this as we did in the other project. We can put in dark here so that we can interact with the exponential high fog. Okay, cool. Yeah, our project is already illuminated and there is interaction of lights here. Let's select our sun and let's illuminate here inside. Another thing that we can change, for example, is the month. What month are we? So I'm recording here in March, okay? Day 22. The time here, we can adjust as well. Cool. All right, so we learned how to put the SunSky. Now I'm gonna finish this class. Okay, you can do your tests there. You can try some things, understand how it works. Okay, and in the next class, we're gonna open Unreal. Since it's the 0, we're gonna select the template of Unreal for archivists. It brings some things for us, and that's gonna save a lot of time for us. You will see that it already brings the clouds, the exponential high fog, and the sky atmosphere, okay? And we're going to use it to keep going with our project. Until here, we learned how to do that by the square one, okay, without any plugin or template. Now that we know how to do this,